Welcome, motorsports fans. Get those heart rates up and your visors down because today we're diving into a totally thrilling high-octane recap of the 2025 America's Grand Prix. Specifically, we're breaking down the absolutely breathless MotoGP Sprint Race at the legendary Circuit of the Americas, COTA. Man, I am beyond pumped to take you through every corner, every single pass of the spectacular showdown in today's explainer. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive right into this pre-race roadmap. First up, we've got 1, qualifying results, then 2, the sprint race start, 3, race developments, 4, the final sprint results, and finally 5, the championship standings. Starting off with Section 1, qualifying results and the grid setup.
So rewinding the clock just a bit to before the lights went out, to absolutely no one's surprise, but literally everyone's sheer awe, Marc Marquez secured pole position on his factory Ducati Lenovo machine. I mean, going into this race, Marc was riding an unbeaten streak in the 2025 season, having won from pole in the previous rounds. Plus, let's be real, COTA's practically Marc's backyard, right? He'd already won here 7 times in 10 visits before this weekend. So the king of COTA was back on top of the grid, keeping that perfect qualifying streak alive, and looking honestly absolutely terrifying to the rest of the pack.
Moving right along to Section 2, sprint race start and developments, covering the 10-lap sprint.
Let's move to the timeline and see how this builds lap by lap. Right out of the gate, guys, it was pure drama. Lap 1, Marc Marquez nearly threw the whole thing away. He had a massive moment because of these tricky, almost damp-feeling track conditions in that long right-hander. He manages to save it, but wow, the pressure is immediately on. By lap 5, Marc's early lead of almost a full second, poof, vaporized. It shrinks down to just 0.4 seconds because his own brother, Alex Marquez, is absolutely flying. And lurking right behind them on lap 6, you've got the reigning double champion Pecco Bagnaia finding his rhythm and hunting down Alex. The tension was literally thick enough to cut with a winglet.
Now, what's really interesting about this is hearing straight from the champion himself. Marc actually admitted, quote, "I was pushing a bit too much during lap 1 and came very close to a disaster." He realized right then that the track conditions were very different and slower than in practice. It takes a true, seasoned veteran to experience a near crash at like 200 miles per hour, instantly process the changing grip levels, completely recalibrate his riding style, and then still pull a gap. I mean, that right there? That brilliantly illustrates exactly why he's an 8-time world champion.
But hey, the fireworks weren't just at the very front. Look at this mid-pack dogfight. With just 4 laps to go, we had a ferocious, totally paint-swapping battle for 4th place. The VR46 Ducati duo, that's Fabio Di Giannantonio and Franco Morbidelli, were just swarming the Yamaha of Fabio Quartararo, and Quartararo was digging incredibly deep. I mean, he was riding the absolute wheels off his Yamaha to hold off that Ducati onslaught. It was just prime elbow-to-elbow MotoGP action that had us all screaming at our screens.
Now for Section 3, final sprint results, the climax of the showdown.
The laps melt away, the tires are screaming, the checkered flag waves, and the gap is 0.795 seconds. Just let that sink in. That was the incredibly tight margin of victory. Marc Marquez takes his 3rd sprint win of the year. But look at who is right there on his rear tire, his younger brother, Alex Marquez. You know, Alex has completely stepped out of Marc's shadow this season. He's smooth, he's relentless, and honestly, as Marc himself pointed out, Alex is now a genuine, terrifying threat for the win every single time those lights go out.
Let's quickly run through the top 5 sprint finishers. And, well, this list brilliantly illustrates one undeniable fact. Total, absolute Ducati domination. Marquez takes the gold, Alex with the silver, and Pecco Bagnaia recovers to grab 3rd. Right behind them, winning that crazy mid-pack war, are the VR46 boys, Di Giannantonio in 4th and Morbidelli in 5th. That's 5 Ducatis locking out the top 5 spots. The Bologna Bullets were just totally untouchable on the Texas tarmac.
Oh, and we absolutely cannot skip over this phenomenal ride. Rookie Ogre, riding for the American Trackhouse Aprilia team in their home Grand Prix, snagged 9th place and took the final crucial sprint point. And he didn't just inherit it either. He fought tooth and nail in a brilliant late-race battle against established veterans like Marco Bezzecchi and Brad Binder. For a rookie to show that kind of aggression and veteran-level racecraft? Yeah, that's definitely something you want to take away from this weekend. Keep your eyes on Ogura, for sure.
All right. Section 4, Championship Standings, looking at the 2025 big picture.
The adrenaline is finally settling down a bit, so let's check out the top 3 championship points. Marc Marquez extends his lead, sitting super comfortably at 86 points. He's already built this massive 36-point gap over his factory teammate Pecco Bagnaia, who's sitting in 3rd with 50 points. So the crucial point here is look at who's wedged right there in 2nd place. Alex Marquez with 67 points. The younger brother is officially the primary rival for the 2025 title right now. Even Mark said it himself, he's the main opponent. Man, the Marquez family dinner table must be incredibly intense these days.
So that wraps up the Saturday sprint. But, it begs the ultimate question. With the sprint decided, who is going to conquer COTA in Sunday's grueling main event? Will Marc Marquez remain absolutely perfect and keep his crown? Or is Alex finally going to dethrone his big brother? Or, hey, maybe Bagnaia will find that missing rear grip and strike back. The stage is beautifully set for a monumental battle. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you at the finish line.